Here we go again, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Road to 2500. We have a British champ TT9, and he's playing the Alpine Sicilian. So I really do not like playing against this opening. Let's see. I'm gonna play. Let me play e6. Normally I play d5 in the Alpine, but you gotta switch it up. Maybe you can play e5 and we can transpose to a advanced French. No, he chooses to take. I'm gonna take with the queen. I don't like pawn takes, bishop takes, isolated pawn, but I know from studying the French that these positions are generally quite okay for black, actually. So let's take with the pawn. Develop my knights. I'm hoping to castle as soon as possible. With the e-file open, you don't want your king to be there. That's why I'm choosing to develop this knight first. Let's play knight c6. My idea might be to take and then bishop e7. At least white gets an isolated pawn, as well as myself getting the isolated pawn. So originally I was going to play bishop e7, but then I feel like after pawn takes c5, I kind of just wasted a move with my bishop for no reason. Okay, bishop e7, I need to castle as quickly as possible. Bishop e7 is basically the only move there for black. Okay, let's castle. h3 makes a lot of sense. I like knight b4 and bishop b1. Maybe it's not the best. Let's go rook e8. Bishop b4 followed by knight to e4 is a potential idea. Does my opponent want to play knight to b5? That could be a potential idea here for him. I'm really considering bishop b4, knight b5, and then here, but then the knight can go to d6. I could always just play a6. Knight here. Then I can hop my knight in. Let's play a6. Some potential b5, b4 ideas, also just preventing the knight from coming here. Okay, he plays a3. Kind of allows my knight to do some stuff. Let's play bishop d6. Bishop d6, bishop g5. h6, and takes. I'm losing a pawn. This position is just not very nice for me. I can play queen b6 maybe. Put some pressure here and here, but this pawn is never even hanging. This is a very difficult position for me to be in. I guess I'll play h6. My idea is bishop d6, and I do not want to allow bishop g5 in response. Also, I was thinking bishop e6. Bishop e6. Okay, my opponent clearly wants to sack the bishop. I honestly think we can allow that. Like, I will play bishop to f8, bishop to g7, and I believe I'm fine. Okay, here. Bishop e6, and takes, and then bishop e6. What if I take this bishop? Let's just get rid of this bishop, first and foremost. Now I'm gonna play bishop to e6. Can also take first, but it's very interesting whether I should take first or I should play bishop to e6. I feel like I have consolidated my position a little bit, so it doesn't feel as pressured. Can maybe go queen to b6, put some pressure on this pawn. Especially after that move. Let's play queen b6. Double attack here and here. If takes, I'm even considering pawn takes. Then knight a4 gets like some clamp down here, so takes, I might have to play queen takes. Or I could play like queen here, but that can just never work, right? So if knight takes c6, pawn takes, knight a4, that's just not the position you want to be allowing your opponent's knight to be in. So knight takes, I basically have to play queen takes. If knight here immediately, I was thinking I can take on d4. 2 new series. One of them is the one you're watching right now on Road to 2,500. The other one is like the players from the past. I picked my favorite players and I would go like top 10 rules from Karpov. For example, I did Karpov. If queen takes rook b1 is trapping my queen. So I cannot do that. I'm thinking knight takes knight is the play. Pawn takes knight d7. I can reswing here, or I can put some pressure on e5. Also now I am threatening to take and then take on e5 after that. So my opponent does have some pieces on the king side, but he has to take advantage right now, which this is a very good move. Preventing my knight from coming. His knight is coming here, protecting his pawn. Multi-purpose move. Let's play a5. I'm just trying to delay this move as much as possible. Now I'm thinking if pawn takes, rook takes, maybe I can play rook to a4 if the knight goes here, which would be like some crazy crazy way to pin the knight, but I think that would be a winning position for me. So a4, very nice move. a5, sorry. Okay, rook takes, rook b1. Let me take this. Rook takes I was not worried about at all. Okay, let me play rook a3 and put some pressure here, or just get my rook into the game while attacking a bishop. Cannot be a bad move. My opponent's knight is inevitably gonna come to this square, but I think I can maybe play knight to f8 and defend my bishop, defend some key squares in my camp. I'm also considering, like, if rook d1, I think queen c7 is winning the pawn. So my opponent has to be very, very careful right now. He cannot afford to move this rook off the e-file, giving me the pawn. That would be quite devastating for him. So I'm thinking maybe, like, if bishop c2, oof, that cannot be the move. That can never be the move. Solve pin. Okay, his idea is very obviously bishop h7. What if I play bishop f5? Attacking this, preventing the check. I think this, you see, this is what you call hope chess. My opponent thinks me a national master. He thinks a national master is gonna blunder a one-move tactic. He must be born yesterday. No national master is blundering that, my friend. Okay, maybe rook takes e5. I was considering knight takes, but I just spoke about how putting yourself in a pin is not a good idea. So let's play rook takes pawn. What else can I do? What else? I can also take knight takes and then play queen d4. That might be a lot more accurate if I'm looking at it now. Takes, knight takes, and then queen b5. So it depends on how I want to play. Let's keep it simple. Keep it simple, like Capablanca. Queen d4 next, putting pressure on this pawn. That is my plan. So now, am I even threatening to take this? Let's say rook d1, knight takes, take, and take. Okay, my opponent has done this. Now, I'm really considering knight takes e5. Oh, he can just take with the knight, correct? Yeah, he can just take with the knight, so that move doesn't do much. Maybe knight b6. Knight b6, I want to go knight c4 and then knight d2, knight e4. My knight is just hopping around. One thing I have to worry about is time, but he doesn't know he's playing a rapid and blitz master. Went to the World Rapid and Blitz, the World Championship. I'm a World Championship contender. He doesn't know he's facing the boomer, the remover. Knight c4. He basically has to go here. Then I was thinking this. I mean, okay, take. Okay, let's go here. He has to go back. I could take like a draw. I could draw. But do I want to draw? No, I do not. Let's go here. Attack the queen. Attack the queen. And his queen basically has to go here to keep an eye on the knight. And then I'm going to play rook c8. My idea is either here or rook c3. Not sure what my opponent's planning. Maybe knight c5. Knight c5 looks like a very instructive move. Rook takes. Yeah, I mean, knight c5, I can take the pawn on b4. Also, he's getting low on time as well. So that is definitely going to work in my advantage. One thing I noticed about these 2400 rapid guys, like me, I'm 2400 rapid, but I'm 2700 blitz. These guys who are 2400, yeah, they are lucky to be touching like 2000 blitz sometimes, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, he's attacking my rook, so rook c2, attacking the knight, attacking the pawn on f2, and I'm not quite sure what his plan of action is. Maybe this is what I am missing. That looks like a move you do not want to be seeing on the board. Definitely not. Oh no, that might be a problem. If he plays rook f3, I might have to go back. Or then e6. I might take the knight and check here, check here. Then there's a check here. Oh, I think if I'm calculating correctly, that's a draw. I mean, what else can I do? Wait, knight g5? Knight g5 just looks like a winning move, actually. I attack the rook. I defend the pawn. I'm still attacking the knight. Actually, I'm also defending the knight, though. So that might be the problem. Okay, there. Can I take? Rook takes. No, I cannot. I mean, knight back to e4 is an option. Rook c3. This rook low-key pinned. Low-key, the pawn on f2 is pinned, so that makes the knight pinned as well. Which might make for a pretty interesting end to this game. Okay. That's a good move. You play knight e4. I feel like I'm blundering something for sure. Okay, knight g5, go back. Go back with the knights. I don't see the follow-up. I do not see the follow-up. Maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, no, I do not see how to win. Maybe I should look for something else. Knight g5. It's just a draw. Let me look at the analysis board real quick. Let's see, what is the evaluation here? It says pretty much equal. 0-0. Knight e4. The best move here is e6. Well, e6 was winning for white. Takes. King h7. Queen f5. King g8. Okay, it's like +1 only. For me, where did I have a win here? Yeah, here I felt I had to be winning. Oh, I can play g6. I have to play g6 simply Simply g6, and where does the queen go that doesn't just drop the knight? That was the key move, yeah. Pretty simple tactic, to be honest, so I'm quite surprised. You see, my mind was too focused on stuff like this that I forgot to look for other tactics. Sometimes that happens. So yeah, g6 was just the winning move for me, yeah. And yeah,